Welcome to my Traffic Monsoon back office. Do you know before I was in my continuous series of my repurchasing and clusters series of repurchasing either a time paradigm or a numbers paradigm. But since this is actually my first video since Traffic Monsoon has restructured or has put many of the share positions which were previously repurchased through PayPal on pending mode. So this is actually my first video since then. But what I'm doing is I'm actually continuing allowing my account to grow and repurchasing clusters. I only have 26 active share positions in the meantime, but I'm still continuing in my repurchasing in clusters format. I have an account balance of $236 at this point. And then you can see that from when I repurchased, these share position were repurchased on the 17th. So here it is today. It's the 22nd, which is about 5 days later. And you can see the growth that they've experienced, they've had on them. These share position here was repurchased on the 16th of $12, and these are at 11.50. So it gives you a sense of the rate that Traffic Monsoon has been kind of performing with each share position over that time span, kind of a bit faster than before. Um, but this part we gotta understand: the Trade Monsoon shares out all revenue across the spectrum of its of Traffic Monsoon based on the number of share positions each person has. So, what had happened is lately there has been fewer active share positions in the system because we're essentially like starting fresh. But the sales from Traffic Monsoon services are still pretty much high. A matter of fact, there was a video that was released today, or recording released today from Charles Scoville, which talked about the trajectory of Traffic Monsoon and how those sales are still continuously going upward. And essentially, what he indicated that pretty soon that it's possible either if PayPal doesn't release the funds immediately or soon enough, then the trajectory of Traffic Monsoon's revenue, which is coming in, could ultimately reactivate these pending account balance. And that's so essentially we kind of like have either one or two things is going to happen. Because Traffic Monsoon has always had more overall sales than in terms of outside sales and revenue than it had in terms of what it owe out across all accounts. So that's much has always been a consistent thing with Traffic Monsoon, and in that regard, we can look to see that we can hope to see. Well, we know that either PayPal is going to release the fund or the trajectory of Traffic Monsoon's continued revenue source is going to be one that's gonna transcend the current account or pending accounts, which means they're gonna be able to reactivate those accounts and we'll be moving forward again. So with that understanding, I want to give everybody something to think about too, in terms of Traffic Monsoon. The best thing that we can do at this particular point with Traffic Monsoon is keep promoting Traffic Monsoon. This is the time when Scoville, need our help more so than anything. We need to be promoting Traffic Monsoon more than we've ever done before. Because this thing we have to remember that Traffic Monsoon essentially was adversely affected by an arbitrary decision by PayPal, which Traffic Monsoon was doing everything it was supposed to do. It had created a sound business model which PayPal was able to make money from, its members were able to make money from. We were making money from. So essentially, if Traffic Monsoon had done everything, then Traffic Monsoon had been adversely affected by PayPal. We don't need to compound pay Traffic Monsoon trouble by not believing in the brand. All of a sudden, throw it in the towel. What we need to do is pick up the banner and the baton and run with it more, promote more now, because now, particularly now, because guess what? Essentially, this what happened with Traffic Monsoon what PayPal represents a test. We can see this as a test that show Traffic Monsoon's might. Traffic Monsoon got hit by something that none of us could expect. The PayPal just gonna pull the rug from up under. But look what Traffic Monsoon did. It picked up. It regrouped. It showed what it can do. But at this point, what we can do best is keep promoting the business. If we keep promoting the business, show how effective the services are, then we will eventually get back to where we were before, if not better. I will actually gonna get better because anytime you go through adversity, you always come out better on the other side. You always come out stronger. And that trend is gonna hold remain true here with Traffic Monsoon. So I just want to give everybody something to think about. But um in that sense, what I'm doing, remember what I'm doing is um continue to repurchase that 500 share position. I have 226 active now, but I'm still continuing in my repurchase. I'm not. It doesn't matter how many active share positions I have. Um, for my of course, I've always said that it's best that wait till you have over 150 uh, share position. But I know that this right here will be reactivated soon enough. So for me, in the meantime, I still have accounts growing. I still have my money working. I still have some money working, and that's cool with me. And it give me a chance to see how my strategy work in a lower with lowest numbers at the share position, even though the money is seen to be coming in faster. But still, just want to give you some heads up, show you how my account has been performing since then, and give some insight on terms of what we need to be doing as account holder, people who are referring to Traffic Monsoon. We need to remember that the best thing we can do is keep promoting Traffic Monsoon. Keep promoting it. Show people how effective this service. So we have tons of services over here that needs to be sold, and we need to have share position which people should want to buy, and so they too can be making money from us. Traffic Monsoon. So I also want to give you something to think about too, in terms of remember my repurchasing strategy. It wanted that a lot of knock from, but I want to keep this in mind. I want everybody to keep this in mind. Of my uh active referrals, of all of my active referrals who were participating in my repurchasing strategy, they all have active sharing positions now. All of my referrals who was participating in my repurchasing strategy all have active sharing positions now, and all had active sharing position when Track Monsoon put sharing positions on hold. So I'm still making commissions, and all of my referrals who were repurchasing still have sharing position which they're earning on today. So if anyone else can make that claim, I don't know, but I'm telling you that for me is a validation of my repurchasing strategy on a whole other level. No one could anticipate this happening, but when it did happen, it showed the soundness of my repurchasing strategy because people had account balances which they could repurchase from even after account having even after Trap Monsoon put counts on in pending status. So just keep that in mind. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Remember, the most important thing that we can do with Traffic Monsoon, promote, 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 and keep promoting the business. Uh, and again, I appreciate all of you members who are part of Traffic Monsoon. Peace out.